I am so happy to be here with you right now. I love being outside with you. I was like, we don't have to be outside. I want to be outside with you. And it made me think about when I get to meet you at our retreats and at our events, and we get to do some really cool things in beautiful places like this. So welcome to your day 3. Thank you for being here with me, coming back and spending time with me and giving yourself this time. I hope it's been valuable to think about letting go of some other things and really plugging in and being present with these specific videos and being present with me, giving yourself that gift. And, you know, these 5 night keys, these utterances that came out in the middle of the night, like, I have contacts, so like I can't see when I know I'm my contacts in, which makes it easy to go to sleep because I'm like, I can't see, I can sleep like that. But anyways, so this was another one that came out, and this literally blew my mind, and I tested it. Whoa. So I'd love to hear about you testing it too. But it came out, all these words started to just come out, and then I had to like run into my office to find a pen and a piece of paper because I knew I needed to write this down. And if you're finding this video now, totally please go back to the very first day and the second day. Also watch these on repeat, because the deeper you get it into your mind and your subconscious, like the more powerful it is. You'll get to really, again, have that experience, right? This isn't just about the concepts. Everything we are and we get to do together is about an experience versus a concept. And with that being said, I ran to get the pen and paper, and here's what came out. At any given point, and I'm summing it up because it was like bullet pointed, but at any given point, we are either thinking or speaking only 3 things. Wow, okay? And this ties into my promise from yesterday to like, how can we get rid of some of the old things that people said to us, the visions that were planted in our mind, all of that stuff, right? So this all ties in with that. At any given point, we are thinking or speaking only one of 3 things. And this ties into, if we think about it, like these visions and other things people have put in our mind or things people have said to us. But here's the 3 things. We are either thinking or speaking. What we want, what we don't want, or nothing. And I do that jokingly if any of you caught that. But with how much time we have in a day, and how much life we have to live, but let's just focus on the day. The only thing that we are limited with right now is time, right? For me, time is irrelevant. It's only people and experiences, but we really have a quantified number of minutes in the day. How often are we thinking about what we want? How often are we thinking about what we don't want? And how often are we thinking about nothing? So what nothing kind of becomes is things out of our control, right? So our self-image determines our actions. There's the concepts, your thoughts equal your feelings, and your actions and your results. So from that place, talking about self-image, right, it all ties together. And you have the ability, like my promise to you, going through these principles, like us getting to be together, like I make people's dreams come true. That's just what we do. But these are the 5 steps we have to do to get there. We have some really exciting stuff coming up, but Spirit's like, you have to go back and get these 5 keys out there. They got to know, like, this is what every child could know and should know when they're younger. So what we want, what we don't want, or nothing. And the nothing falls into things that are out of our control, right? I think it was Zig Ziglar too, or someone said, like, worrying is negative goal setting. But if we start to check in, now that you've had time, given yourself time, and you'll continue to do this with what is my self-image, same thing too, it kind of falls into categories of want, don't want, or nothing, which is the stuff that's out of our control. And the power that you have, this is so cool, the one and only thing that you and I actually have control over is what we choose to think about and see in our mind's eye about ourselves and our life. People are out of our control. What's happening in the world is out of our control, but you have control of your thoughts. You get to choose what you think about, and you get to choose how you see yourself in your life, in your mind's eye. So this power concept here, you can start playing with it. You can start testing it. And now that you have the concept of I have a vision myself in my mind, what do I want it to be? And also having been aware of what are some self-images or what images have other people put on me that they're not mine, they're not yours. You got to experience them, and now you decide. What do you want and what do you don't want? But it's your choice. You have the ability to see yourself in your mind's eye. And combining that with activating and movement. So I hope by this point you've at least gotten able to take a walk or do something different to get that brain, right? Get that beautiful fish tank flushed out and back with the good vibes, back with the good energy, back with the good peak chemical state, okay? So again, with the promise of how do we get rid of some of those things people have said to us? It's the choice of your thought. You're now aware. You now, at least you're moving and getting some movement. Again, the activators will help immensely. But be aware that at any given point, we're thinking about what we want, don't want, or nothing. And when I've had people first start this, it was pretty amazing. Like somewhere along the lines, we were really kind of trained to talk about what we don't want. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be broke. I don't want blah, 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 right? And I've noticed, and you get to check in with yourself too, are you more intense about the things that you don't want? Or are you more intense about the things that you do want? So just kind of fun to play with. Like I said, that's what I discovered is most of us knew clearly what we don't want. And what do we want? Do we know that? Do we know how we want to see ourselves? Do we know the kind of health and the relationships and the finances? I mean, those are just the big three, right? That we want. And have we been able to get a clear picture of that in our mind? And the exciting thing is when you become aware of the strong don't wants in your life, we're going to be able to turn those into things for your good. Tomorrow and in the next video, whenever it comes out, we're going to be talking about how to take your adversities and turn them to advancements. I'm going to get to share some amazing stories of how this works, that not only for every crappy thing that you've ever dealt with, every horrible thing that anybody ever said to you, any horrible visions that people put on you that was their stuff and not yours, that it's not just the positive opposite that's true. It's tenfold for your advancement, which is derived from to advance, which means to move forward with your purpose. So very high potential here. Not only you can get whatever you want from your life, literally going through this and following the steps and joining us in the group, but literally stepping into your purpose is highly probable. I'm just saying. So the third key is realizing that at any given point, we are thinking about what we want, which is going to lead us to feel a certain way. It's going to lead us to act a certain way. That's going to lead us to a result, right? That's the self-image autopilot, how it happens so fast, right? What we don't want or nothing. And wasting your time with nothing is wasting your time. It's stealing your time and your creative ability that you have to get to think about what you want in your life. So have fun with that concept, play with it, check in. Wow, how much throughout the day am I thinking about things I want, don't want, or nothing? This is such a fun one, guys. I cannot wait to hear your comments. And then we go crazy fun with this in the group too. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about how to turn that adversity into your advancement. So again, so happy you're here with me today. It means so much. I can't wait to see you in the groups.